When I watch things like Saturday Night Live and they start making fun of New Jersey, it goes right past me. I've lived on the East Coast one time. We were in Maryland, not far from D.C., and we were there for 3 months. That's it. That's what I know about New Jersey. I recognized the license plate right away, and a lot of New Yorkers badmouth the place. End of file. Let's see how the place treats David. Help me out here, East Coasters. Is New Jersey in a time warp? This room looks like the land that time forgot, at least for the past 40 or 50 years. On the other hand, it has lots of music records and a machine to play it on, as well as a baby grand piano. If he doesn't want to hang out there, I'll take his place.
Hi. Well, aren't you a friendly guy?
Figaro likes you. That's the best recommendation you can have.
His name is Figaro. Perfect. And I agree with her. If my dog likes you, come on in. If my dog consistently growls and snaps at you, bye-bye.
What's this?
Like that, the dog knows. How? Believe it or not, evil has an odor and dogs can smell it. The chemistry of the whole thing is way beyond me, but it's a fact. When a person has bad intentions or is a bad person in general, the chemicals go to work and trigger this early warning system to let others know this person is iffy at best. Unfortunately, while that development was happening, another development drastically reduced our collective sense of smell. That means we can't detect it anymore, which is why we depend on the dog.
Giving afternoon teas now?
Hello, Randy. This is David Brainerd. David, this is my nephew, Randolph. I hired David to work around the house, to be a handyman and a driver. He's going to have the spare room.
David, considering what Figaro just said, are you sure you want to touch him? And by the way, for those who were sort of staring and saying, isn't that Jeanette Nolan? Yes, it is. We'll get to that.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Is something the matter?
Oh, no, he's just sensitive and a little jealous. He wants to be the man of the house. He's really a very sweet boy.
That's not what Figaro says. This is Eric Server's third appearance on the show, and he was in the first movie. He's been a successful in-demand character actor since the 60s. Longevity speaks for itself. Lucy is sending David to a place to pick up a delivery, some boxes of heirloom stuff from her sister. David's good for that sort of thing. He can make enough to live and still keep his head down.
Get out of the vehicle and put your hands up! Back around the corner.
Or not. David has a knack for stumbling into situations and getting involved with people who are not exactly what they seem. These two are FBI and they have a search warrant. David is trying to explain that he don't know nothing about nothing. He was hired to drive an old lady's stuff around. That's what he knows. Of course these two don't believe it.
Gas grenades, dynamite, some family.
We're going to learn that Decal there knows just about everything there is to know about Lucy Cash. He really has devoted his entire career to busting her in particular. His partner Garnett's attitude is just go with it. But if he knows her that well and he knows that this guy is new, why would he assume that Lucy has told him everything? At headquarters, David keeps explaining that he answered a want ad and was told to go pick up some meaningless family junk. He can't tell them what he doesn't know.
Well, what makes you think David will want to go in with us?
Intuition. I'm going to sound him out today. And if he's not right, he won't learn a thing.
Well, I still don't know.
Randy, this is my organization, and my plan, and my equipment. And if you don't like the way I do things, then you can get out right now.
Aren't warm, loving family dynamics a beautiful thing to watch?
With all my years, I can smell him. This David is as clean as a whistle. He's an open book. He has nothing to hide. He is the man we need.
Remember she said that?
You are a new face, I'll admit that. And I've seen them all.
I'm trying to tell you you're making a mistake.
Not with Lucy, bub. She used to work for us in the 30s. We planted her in Al Weisberg's gang. She was also a friend of mine. Close friend. Well, it seems she preferred the glitter of the underworld, so she left the bureau, married Weisberg, and went to work for him.
She wasn't a close friend. She was a close friend. She dumped him to marry Al.
When I first saw Al, he was one of those men that wore $300 suits. He had white spats. He had a diamond stick pin. When I saw him, I fell so hard I couldn't eat for a week.
DeKalb never got over it. Al died years ago, so I think DeKalb is trying to woo her back. How busting her and sending her to prison accomplishes that remains to be explained.
Still and all, at her age, you don't think that she...
Her age is my age. I still know what I'm doing.
I'm not sure that's as well established a fact as you'd like, but we can let it pass for now.
I've waited 40 years to bust Lucy. Never had the goods. I've got to retire pretty soon, and let me tell you, bub, I'm going to get her before I do.
Psychology calls that obsession. I call it a bit of stereotype. She committed the major felony of breaking his heart. He's going to get her back if it takes his last breath. I do wonder when he's going to stop and look back and realize that he wasted 40 years of his life when he could have been happy.
I read his prints. Congratulations. We just set a legal precedent.
What are you talking about?
We arrested a dead man. Dr. David Banner.
DeKalb knows what to do with a bombshell like that. Threaten David with exposure and force him to become a snitch.
And don't get any idea about trying to take off. I'm going to have enough agents staked out around there to keep the houseflies from leaving. You better get going before your employer starts to worry.
For now, all he can do is just go with it. He delivers the boxes. She tries to feed him lunch, but he doesn't have any appetite.
People say I tend to mother people. It bugged the hell out of my daughter, Janice. She used to say to me, "Please, Mother, I will eat what I need."
Is something wrong?
Every family has some heartache, right? Janice is mine.
As those clickbait headlines say, the story will surprise you. But I mean it, it probably will. It surprised me. David is writing Lucy a quick note. He has to get out of here. Trying to slip past staked out feds by way of their front door isn't the most effective thing he's done all day. Try a window. Or not. Seems like there's at least one person outside every orifice this house has. I guess Decal wasn't exaggerating.
These long stakeouts work better for a younger man. Or better yet, several.
I was sleeping shifts. You'll be fine.
I almost died. You're telling Banner that this place would be crawling with agents? Yeah, crawling with the two of us.
Nope, he wasn't exaggerating. He was lying. His vendetta with Lucy is the running gag at the office. Even Garnett doesn't take him seriously. He's just a good partner.
You sure you got that homing device planted in Lucy's van?
Yeah. Play with the frequency a little bit.
Okay. Fine.
I'm not sure how long he's had that thing, but by 1979 there were better ones. Using a technology called a phase-locked loop, the new ones can locate your bug signal and lock onto it so you don't even have to touch a knob. You do the important part, sit quietly and enjoy the beeps.
Sometimes the Bureau does get a little short-sighted. We can handle it.
Well, there's nothing to handle, except getting even with Lucy for dear Johning you.
Garnett, we've been together a long time. You know me better than that.
Look, the Bureau doesn't believe for 1 minute that Lucy Cash is a criminal mastermind.
Decal will tell David that Lucy was Al's planner and strategist, the brains behind his operation.
Letting you do this, they're just humoring you. It's a gift. Like that gold watch you're gonna get.
It's true, Garnett knows him better than anyone else could. That happens when you spend your days together, staring your own mortality in the face, and you have nothing but each other to stare it down with.
We're gonna go in the south entrance. That's where the two guards will be. After the gas, you tie them up. That'll give us more time before they get to the cops.
What about the alarm?
Well, I'll take care of that.
Where's the safe?
The safe is right here.
Okay, you're going to show me how to blow that?
I'll handle that.
But then all I'm doing is handling the guards.
The truth is, Randy, that's all I need you for.
She's never really listened to the way she talks to him. He has. That's between them. David has to leave. When this is over, David should take Figaro with him.
Good afternoon. Hold on, I gotta talk with you.
Let's not blow my cover.
It's the only way I could find to speak with you. Now listen to me. In the envelope it tells you they're pulling the job tomorrow. I've done my part. I want out.
We still don't know what that job is.
Then follow them and find out.
Don't tell me how to do my job, Banner.
Garnett would probably agree that somebody needs to. He thinks his job has a first and last name. He's mistaken his job for his baloney.
My baloney has a first name.
As we might expect, Randolph saw all of that.
David, why don't you put those groceries down and come on down to the basement. I need your help.
All right.
Let's see. He knows they're planning a big robbery. They know that he knows they're planning a big robbery. He knows that they know that he knows they're planning a big robbery. He just met with a federal agent in bright daylight on the sidewalk. Now Randolph wants his help with something in the basement. Alone. Okay, I see why David couldn't put that together.
Don't do that. It's habit. Look, I am... I don't know what you're talking about. You're asking for this. Ready to talk now? Please, don't do that.
That chest freezer, he's gonna do what you think he is. He even has the key. The thing is, when David said, please don't do that, he wasn't worried about himself. He was worried about something along those lines. The Hulk will pick Randolph up and growl, but Randolph is out cold. The Hulk won't beat on an unconscious foe. You know Randolph would, but the Hulk is a better human being than Randolph is. He'll settle for Randolph's favorite machine. Randolph found the game a lot harder to play since he now had to go find a pin over that away somewhere and then track down a ball off somewhere else before he could even put his quarter in. He never did figure out where the Hulk put the replays. That's a better result than I ever got from a slot machine. The jukebox starts playing a piano-based rendition of I'm in the Mood for Love, and his rage starts to subside. Agent Decal was the rock. Meet the hard place. Decal is using what he knows to make David do stuff. Lucy will do the same. No wonder they used to be a couple.
Oh my God, David. You're that man that becomes that thing.
I know you. You're that one guy who does that thing. You know, the guy that does the thing. I tell you about him all the time.
What's the matter with Randy?
It's not serious. The freezer lid was just harder than his head.
When I went to pick up your packages, I was arrested by the FBI. Now, considering my circumstance, I had no choice. I had to become an informant.
That's Preston DeKalb. He just won't give up.
He knows that you're going to try and pull something tomorrow. You've got to forget it.
David, with Preston, it's a personal thing. It's him and one agent, or two, if he's lucky. What we can do is use you to take them off the scent.
It might be personal to her and DeKalb, but to David, this has the potential to destroy his whole world and eliminate any chance he might have of finding a cure. Of course, David is refusing, but he doesn't have a whole lot of ammunition in his arsenal.
David, it's the least you can do after what you did to my basement.
All right, I'll do whatever I can to fix your basement.
And heart disease. Will you do whatever you can to fix that, too?
Her daughter has coronary artery disease. The money is to pay for bypass surgery. And if David doesn't go along, she can throw in the $10,000 reward from the National Register.
Coronary what?
Artery heart disease.
Lucy must have been watching Marcus Welby reruns. Oh, there's her file. On page 22, you'll find a profile of her daughter, Janice. 38, married to a successful real estate developer in La Jolla, California. 2 children, excellent health.
I told you the story would surprise you. David needs to start being a little less easy.
Yeah, I know. She can be charming. Yeah, after all these years, I can't help feeling things.
I wonder why. Standard police procedure from the highest feds on down says when you're that close to the situation, you sit out. His problem is nobody else in the Bureau cares about busting her because there's nothing to bust. When Al died, his organization dried up. She's the mastermind overseeing a gang of one, Randolph. And calling him one is questionable.
It's me, man. What are you doing? Let go of me! The hell's the matter with you? Look, I'm doing you a favor, Ruski.
Better you pay me the money you owe me.
This heist is gonna be unbelievable. Now, there is more gold coins and jewels than you ever dreamed of.
Since they're in Atlantic City, it's probably gambling debt. Does Randolph have the money? Sure, he also has the original Bill of Rights in his back pocket. He's been putting Rusky off for a while with the promise of this heist. Basically, it's the home game version of I would gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Except if the vendor doesn't go for it, he,
And we could take it all. It's as easy as taking an old lady's handbag.
But you said you need her for alarm and for safe.
Yeah, I don't know anything about dynamite or this knockout gas. Look, we just play along with her until she gets us the goods. And then her and this guy, David, they take a long swim with bricks in their pockets.
Again, that warm, loving family dynamic. Did we accidentally switch to the Hallmark Channel?
I admit that I lied about Janice. You know, I had you figured for a sucker for family tragedy. But Preston lied about me. I never planned any jobs before. This is my first.
Garrett told DeKalb nobody else in the Bureau believed she was any kind of mastermind. He stood on that hill alone, and it was the wrong hill.
This is the fruit of 35 years of Al's dinner table conversations. But I do have a reason.
Not one that's good enough for me.
You kids nowadays, so insensitive, I can't believe it.
What?
When Al died, the IRS impounded everything. Except this house.
I'd be asking DeKalb about that, too. She's been two-cupping her tea bags all this time. She says to save money because double-digit inflation is doing her in. She has nothing but her Social Security. If Al even paid any in, it wasn't likely enough to do her any good. In his line of work, you don't let the government know a whole lot.
I want to tell you I have tried every way I can, but I just cannot make ends meet.
But there are other ways.
What? Get a job? Who's going to give an old lady a job?
Here's an idea. Randolph gets a job. How much rent does he currently pay? I'm going to guess, yeah, sure.
What about your daughter?
Janice. Janice doesn't want anything to do with me. She's ashamed of what she came from. I suppose I don't blame her. But I wouldn't hurt anyone. Nobody's even going to get burned. Maybe some insurance company, but they're a den of thieves anyway.
Yes, they are. That's all the more reason not to cross them, because they'll just raise the premiums on everyone under their thumbs. Thousands of people will be punished for what you did.
There's another reason. I can't tell you. I have wanted to do this for so long. I'd watch Al planning a job. A well-executed heist is so damn satisfying.
Lucy, no. It would ruin any chance I could have for real life. I can't be party to it.
David, you must remember what I know.
The sheer thrill of it. And given what he's learned recently, I'm not sure why David thinks she'd care what happens to him after the job is finished. He's just an item in her toolkit.
I can go to the National Register.
Fine. Do it. Because I cannot win in this, and I will not help you commit a crime.
I can't believe your stubbornness.
I can. I warned you about him.
You messed up, Lucy. And now I'm taking over.
Meet the new driver, which means David's services aren't needed. But they do need him to be the wild goose. He makes the drop.
I should have left by now.
Well, the monitor's working fine. They haven't moved yet. Hey, they're taking off. Something's funny. They're moving away from us.
Lucy and Randolph don't know DeKalb has a tracker on their van. For all the good it's going to do him, it'll take him way too long to figure out that they hoodwinked him again.
Listen, we better call the cops and give them Lucy's position.
I waited too long to make this arrest. I'm not going to give it away. Let's try to catch him.
I know it'd be a total cliche, but a flat tire feels appropriate right now. We won't get one. Oh, and neither will he. The gas grenades have knocked the guards out, and Lucy has wired the dynamite to the safe.
Are you boys comfortable? Good. There's going to be an explosion. You're far enough away so you won't get hurt. I just didn't want you to be startled.
She reminds me of Shelley Winters as Ma Parker in Batman. I'm just a poor mother trying to look out for y'all. Now stick 'em up.
Oh, let's go. Where are they?
Take a look.
I said we were going to let David go.
I think she forgot that David has a way to get out of that. You can't blame her. There's something more immediate on her mind. It's too bad Lucy is so hysterical. If she'd looked around, she'd see that David is coming to her rescue, and he brought his A game. Okay, he knows how to fly. Now for the next event, do you know how to swim, sir? Let's break this down for just a few seconds. He dropped the literal ton of bricks on the guy's head. And if that didn't work, he falls back on a wooden oar. He flunked science from second grade on, didn't he? To his credit, Randolph did win the bronze medal in the oar vault. The Hulk finishes getting those chains off Lucy and runs away just as DeKalb and Garnett get there. What do you want to bet Randolph will say she shouldn't testify against him because they're family?
I never thought I could welcome the sight of you, Preston. Life is full of surprises.
Come on.
Now that Al is gone and Randolph is going up, those two need to stop dancing around it and get married. Which they did in 1935. That's when Jeanette Nolan married John McIntyre, a.k.a. Preston DeKalb. I'm a hopeless sucker for cool stuff like that. They were married until he died in 1991. Both were well known in movies and TV, and we can see in this episode that they're even better when they work together. I believe all of their interactions, as well as their little barbs about each other. Anybody who's ever been jilted understands Decal's heartache, and even to a degree his inability to get past it. You could feel that he was still in love with Lucy, because he was. You could feel that for all that Al gave her materially, Lucy was still in love with Preston, because she was. I haven't really looked into it, but I feel like it's hard for Hollywood couples to work together. It's got to be a whole different kind of pressure than if it's just you and significant other is off doing a different project. Watching these two show us how it's done was an absolute delight.
I'm what?
Remanded to my custody.
Well, don't I have a say in this?
Sure. You rather go to jail?
All things considered, no. But I must say, Preston, that's a very devious way to get a girl to live with you.
Hey, if it works, don't knock it. Plus, I don't hear her saying she'll be keeping her door locked. But his intentions are purely altruistic.
I'm trying to rehabilitate you.
Well, you needn't worry. Since I came so close to being a crime statistic, the fun sort of went out of law-breaking.
Good. You can tell that to the kids. As part of the deal I made with the judge, you volunteered for the police program to counsel juvenile gangs.
Juvenile gangs in 1980 were very different from the Al-type gangs of the 40s. Still, she can at least tell them a few things about honor among thieves. He brings David in just long enough to watch his file go into the shredder, and then our lonely man is on his way. This was such a departure from the usual story framework, I find myself wanting to watch it again and again. Two sides. Each has something dangerous on David. Each wants him to have a negative effect on the other. Neither cares what happens to him in the crossfire. How does he come out of this in one piece? He, I, and all of us should have known the answer. Go green, obviously. While that development was happening, development, yeesh. Procedure from the highest feds on down says when you're there, yeah. And calling him one is question.